I'm Mike Pineo. I presently own the Pineo family farm with my wife Amy and my children, Josh and Allison. Um, Pineo family farm was started in 2007 as a CSA vegetable operation for present day activities. Prior to that, myself, I was involved in dairy farming. The property we're on was purchased by my grandparents in '62, the abutting farm in 1954. The original farm was a peach and apple orchard run from 1954 to 1975 by my grandparents, Ruth and Ralph Hoffman. The two farms combined consist of about 152 acres today. We crop vegetables here on on our farm, and the main farm is predominantly a hay crop farm now. Back in the early 70s, actually in 1977, I purchased my first two Guernsey cows from Chedco Farm in Berlin and began my career in dairy farming, raising purebred Guernsey cattle and also crossbred beef cattle. These two farms were part of the original 7 Rowley Farms. 7 gentlemen from Rowley, Mass. came here in the early 1700s, I believe 1730. They built the first house as a tenement house on Choxet Road, just across from where the Choxet Inn is now, Jerry Downer's house. And then the next eldest man in line built the next house, so the next door house was the farm right there where the Choxet Inn is now. Was a huge barn and part of that farm. And then the Roseberry family, present day, their farm, which is now under I-190, was the next farm. Then my grandparents' place at that time, I know that name was Jewett. And then the Coyne Farm, Burpee Farm, Jewett, all through transition of marriage and whatnot. The next farm, which is this farm that we're sitting on, the Coyne property, was at one time the home of Atlee Burpee's uncle. And Atlee played around here, apparently getting his interest in agriculture. My wife and I own just shy of 5 acres of land. The remaining farmland is in a family trust, the Hoffman Realty Trust. My mother's folks set up that trust back in the mid-70s, and it was conveyed after my grandmother's death a few years back to my mother and her 2 brothers. I fortunately have had carte blanche use of the farm since I was 11 years old, and have been pretty much the family farmer